How to build the ultimate kid-safe smart home.
Hello everyone. You are on the Digital Fresh channel.
The concept of the modern home has undergone a radical transformation over the last several decades, moving from a simple shelter to a complex ecosystem of interconnected devices. For parents today, the primary concern is no longer just comfort or convenience, but the absolute safety and well-being of their children in an increasingly digital world. We are witnessing the rise of the intelligent nursery and the reactive household, where every sensor and every line of code serves a protective purpose. This evolution is driven by a deep analytical understanding of how technology can bridge the gap between human limitation and the constant demands of raising a family. When we look at the current landscape of smart home technology, we see a shift away from flashy toys toward practical and life-saving innovations that integrate seamlessly into the daily routine. The anxiety that comes with being a parent is a powerful force, and engineers are now using artificial intelligence to provide a sense of security that was previously impossible. It is not just about locking doors or turning off lights, but about creating an environment that anticipates danger before it even manifests. We are moving into an era where the home itself acts as a vigilant guardian that never sleeps and never loses focus on what matters most. The foundation of a kid-safe smart home begins at the very edges of the property, where the physical world meets the digital perimeter. Imagine a scenario where a curious toddler manages to unlock a traditional deadbolt and wander toward a swimming pool or a busy street in the middle of the night. In a standard house, this could lead to a tragedy that unfolds in mere seconds without anyone being the wiser. However, a truly smart home utilizes contact sensors and geofencing to create an invisible net that alerts parents the moment a door or window is opened outside of programmed hours. These systems do not just beep, but can be configured to flash every light in the master bedroom and broadcast an emergency announcement through every smart speaker. The integration of high-definition cameras with facial recognition allows the system to distinguish between a family pet and a child moving toward a restricted area. This level of granular control provides parents with the peace of mind they need to actually rest during those precious few hours of sleep. We're seeing more families install smart gate locks that require biometric verification or a specific sequence of touches that a young child simply cannot replicate. The power of these systems lies in their ability to provide redundant layers of protection that do not rely on human memory or physical keys. Inside the home, the focus shifts toward the invisible threats that can impact a child's health and development over long periods of time. Air quality is a major concern for many families, especially in urban environments where pollutants and allergens are constantly circulating.
Modern smart homes are now equipped with advanced air quality monitors that track carbon dioxide levels and volatile organic compounds in real time. When the sensors detect a spike in harmful particles, they can automatically trigger the central ventilation system or activate high-performance air purifiers in the nursery. This automation ensures that the air a child breathes is always optimal for their growing lungs, without the parents needing to check a manual gauge every hour. Temperature and humidity regulation also play a critical role in preventing illnesses and ensuring a restful night of sleep for everyone involved. Smart thermostats can now use remote sensors to prioritize the temperature in the baby room rather than the hallway where the main unit is usually located. By maintaining a consistent environment, the technology helps to reduce the risk of overheating, which has been linked to various infant health issues. The beauty of these systems is their silent operation and the way they work behind the scenes to create a healthy sanctuary. Lighting is another area where smart home technology provides significant benefits for both safety and behavioral development. We know that the human circadian rhythm is highly sensitive to the color and intensity of light, especially during the early years of life. Progressive parents are now using smart bulbs to automate the transition from the bright blue light of the day to the warm amber tones of the evening. This subtle shift helps to naturally signal to a child's body that it is time to wind down and prepare for sleep. In the middle of the night, motion sensors can be programmed to turn on floor-level path lights at a very low brightness if a child gets out of bed. This prevents them from tripping in the dark, while also ensuring that the sudden glare of a main light does not fully wake them up or scare them. The use of smart lighting also extends to emergency situations, where every bulb in the house can turn red and pulse to signal a fire or security breach. This visual cue is often more effective than a loud siren, which might cause a child to freeze in fear or hide under their bed. By using light as a communication tool, we can guide children to safety in a way that is intuitive and calm. The kitchen is traditionally the most dangerous room in any household, but automation is changing that narrative by introducing multiple fail-safe mechanisms. Induction cooktops are a perfect example of this, as they only heat the cookware and remain cool to the touch, preventing accidental burns from curious hands. When integrated into a smart home system, these appliances can send an alert to a smartphone if they are left on for an extended period without any motion detected in the kitchen. Smart plugs can be used to ensure that dangerous appliances like toasters or coffee makers are only powered during specific times of the day. This prevents a child from accidentally turning on a device that could cause a fire while the parents are in another room. We are also seeing the adoption of smart cabinet locks that use Bluetooth or wireless signals to remain sealed unless an authorized adult is nearby.
These locks are far more reliable than the plastic latches of the past, which often broke or were easily bypassed by determined toddlers. By creating a kitchen that can effectively shut itself down when not in use, we eliminate a vast number of potential household accidents. As children grow older, their interaction with technology becomes more complex, and the role of the smart home evolves to meet these new challenges. Voice assistants have become a staple in many households, but they also present risks regarding privacy and exposure to inappropriate content. Parents are now utilizing advanced filtering and parental controls that are baked directly into the smart home ecosystem. These tools allow for the creation of kid-friendly profiles that limit what the AI can say and what media it can play. Beyond just entertainment, these assistants are being used as educational tools that can help with homework or lead a child through a morning routine step by step. A smart home can announce when it is time to brush teeth and then start a 2-minute timer with a fun song to ensure the job is done correctly. This takes the pressure off the parents to be constant taskmasters and turns the routine into a collaborative effort with the house itself. The analytical benefit of this is the wealth of data that parents can use to understand their child habits and areas where they might need more support. Water safety is an often overlooked aspect of home automation that can have a massive impact on family life. Leak detectors placed under sinks and near water heaters can prevent catastrophic flooding, but they can also be used to monitor bath time. Smart bath valves can be programmed to fill a tub to a specific level at a precise temperature that will never scald a child's skin. This eliminates the guesswork and the constant checking that usually accompanies preparing a bath for a baby or toddler. Some advanced systems even include sensors that can detect if a child has climbed into a pool area and will immediately shut off the water features and sound a high decibel alarm. The integration of water management into the broader smart home network ensures that one of the most common causes of domestic accidents is mitigated by reliable hardware and software. We are reaching a point where the physical structure of the home is actively working to prevent the mistakes that tired or distracted parents might occasionally make. The future of kid-safe automation lies in the deeper integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning to recognize patterns of behavior. We are moving toward a world where the house can recognize the difference between a child playing and a child in distress based on their movement patterns and vocalizations. This level of monitoring might sound intrusive to some, but for many parents, it represents the ultimate safety net that allows for greater freedom within the home.
The key is to find the balance between using technology as a tool for safety and maintaining a natural environment where children can learn and grow. As these devices become more affordable and easier to install, we will see a standard shift in how all homes are built and managed. The goal is not to replace parental supervision, but to enhance it with a set of eyes and ears that never grow tired. In the end, the smart home for families is about using the best of human innovation to protect the most important part of our lives, which is the next generation. This journey into the 21st century home is just beginning, and the possibilities for creating a safer world for our children are truly limitless. We must also consider the psychological impact of living in an automated environment where the home responds to the needs of its inhabitants. Children who grow up in these spaces will have a fundamentally different relationship with technology, seeing it as a helpful and protective force rather than just a screen for entertainment. This shift in perspective is crucial as we move toward an increasingly digital society where understanding the logic of systems is a vital skill. The smart home acts as a living laboratory where children can observe cause and effect in real time, such as how their presence triggers a light or how a voice command changes their environment. This fosters a sense of agency and curiosity that can be channeled into learning and development. Parents who embrace these technologies are not just buying gadgets, but are investing in an infrastructure that supports the cognitive and physical growth of their children. The analytical data provided by these systems can also help identify potential health issues early on by tracking changes in sleep patterns or activity levels. This proactive approach to parenting is a hallmark of the modern era, where information is the most valuable tool we have. The evolution of smart home security has also led to the development of sophisticated emergency response protocols that go beyond simple alarms. In the event of a fire or a carbon monoxide leak, a smart home can automatically unlock all exit doors and turn on outdoor lights to assist emergency responders. It can also send a direct notification to neighbors or family members who live nearby, providing them with access codes to enter the house if the parents are incapacitated. This interconnectedness creates a community-based safety net that leverages the power of the Internet of Things to save lives. For families with children who have special needs, these automations are even more critical as they can be tailored to provide specific support for various conditions. For example, a child with autism might benefit from a home that automatically dims lights and reduces noise levels when it detects signs of sensory overload.
The flexibility of modern automation allows for a level of personalization that was previously unimaginable, making the home a truly inclusive space. As we look toward the next decade of innovation, we can expect to see even more seamless integration between our wearable devices in our home environments. A child's smartwatch could communicate with the home to adjust the temperature of their room based on their body heat or heart rate during sleep. The home could also monitor the nutritional intake of children by tracking what is removed from a smart refrigerator and providing suggestions for healthy meals. While these concepts might seem like science fiction, the hardware and software required to make them a reality are already being developed by leading tech companies. The focus will always remain on how these tools can make the lives of parents easier and the lives of children safer. The journey of transforming a house into a smart home is an ongoing process of refinement and adaptation as the needs of the family change over time. It is a commitment to using every available resource to create a world where children can thrive without unnecessary risks. In conclusion, the smart home for families is not a luxury, but a fundamental shift in how we approach the safety and upbringing of our children. By automating the mundane and the dangerous, we free up time and mental energy for the things that truly matter, like playing and learning together. The technology is a silent partner in the journey of parenthood, providing a layer of protection that is both invisible and omnipresent. We are lucky to live in a time where we can harness the power of silicon and software to guard our homes and our loved ones. As we continue to innovate and refine these systems, the home will become an even more intelligent and responsive sanctuary. The stories we tell about our homes will no longer be just about the memories made within their walls, but about how the walls themselves help to keep us safe. This is the promise of the smart home, and it is a future that parents everywhere can truly love. Each step we take toward a more connected and automated household is a step toward a safer and more efficient way of living. We are building a legacy of safety that will benefit generations to come as they grow up in environments that are designed with their well-being as the highest priority. The transition is happening now, and the benefits are clear for anyone willing to embrace the potential of modern technology. Together, we are creating a world where the home is truly where the heart is, and where that heart is protected by the very best that human ingenuity has to offer.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell.